Daigo Dojima, Taiga Saijima, and Goro Majima, huh? Yeah, add Kiryu-san to the mix and you've got yourself a Yakuza Hall of Fame.
Yeah, maybe in the sense that we're all retired.
So you're going, right? To see him, I mean?
Yeah, I'm leaving now.
Is that a fact? Don't know if you meant this, but, you don't think you're flying solo, do you? Like that'd help. Come on now, Kiryu-san. Someone's gotta watch your ass.
Not exactly how I'd have worded it, but he's right. We're in this together.
Thanks, guys. Gonna be a long trip. Let's make sure we're ready.
Ho-ho!
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I'm going to be knocking out a video I have been wanting to get into for a while now because the moment, or the big the conflict in this one is really cool. I've just been waiting for a day that I've been suitably awake. Hope everybody out there who is that the right word? Observes or practice it, whatever, had a good Black Friday. Now, I say Black Friday. Oh, fuck me sideways. Good Friday is what it is because it's the Friday before Easter. I'm an a-hole. No, I hope everybody had a good, holiday if that's, that's your thing. Yeah, the thing Nanba's talking about, that's stuff that'll be or maybe has been in an extra video. Not entirely sure. Either way, all the stuff that I cut out, the weird cuts that you're noticing, yeah, it's because we've been knocking out extra video stuff. Jeez, this beginning has been super disjointed. Yeah, I was talking about Good Friday. Yeah, yesterday I actually had to cancel a club meeting because we had so many people doing stuff for Black Friday. I spent some time with the family. That was nice. Caught up on a whole bunch of sleep I've been missing out on. Oh my god, I feel good.
Hey, you could have always stayed back in Yokohama,
Well, maybe. If I'd have known we were gonna take the scenic route.
No kidding. Still, Kiryu-san's probably better off with a friend or two. So there's that.
Sonny is the only one who gets a scarf.
Looks like it's gonna snow.
Sorry about this. None of the taxis were willing to make the trip.
No surprise there. Long distance is a gamble for them. You need someone who will hitch a ride back, and where we're going, those are few and far in between. Rare sight to behold, honestly. Not many people would want to go up this way. You might even be the first. How come? You guys work in television or something?
No. Just visiting a couple of old friends. It's been a long time.
Yeah, if you could tell by the name of the video, yeah, who the old friends are. Well, you know what? Actually, they're probably in the thumbnail. There we go. There's the word.
The Second Great Dissolution is the only way to dissolve the remaining Yakuza groups within the country. Perhaps to Ebina, it's just a means to an end, but to Arakawa, it was his dying wish. Knowing that, I swallowed my pride and left prison to see it through. However, Ebina's taken more control of the Seiryu clan than I could have imagined. He's got me under 24/7 surveillance, no matter what I do. I can't even be alone unless I take measures like this. If we're really going to pull this off, I need reinforcements.
Reinforcements?
Yes. That includes you, Kiryu-san. If you'll permit me to do so.
On the off chance you hear my dogs freaking out in the background, sorry about that.
Situation's tricky. I can't ask you to step back into the limelight. Certainly not at the moment. Now then, this may come off as rude, but instead, I'd like to ask you a favor.
What is it?
Daigo Dojima, Goro Majima, and Taiga Saijima. 3 of the most legendary Yakuza of all time. If anyone can help the Second Dissolution, it's them.
You want me to ask them?
Yes. I believe we need their influence in order to fulfill Arakawa's will, and rightly this time. After the disbanding of the Tojo and the Omi, its former members established a security company out in Osaka. It was a refuge for old Yakuza who'd lost their way. But for all their efforts, the company went under after just a year. Since then, Daigo-san and the others have disappeared.
Well, sorry to say, but I don't know where they...
But even if you can't contact them, you must have some idea where they might have gone, yes? You're not the type to leave them alone for good. You're the only person who could drag them back out into the open. Please, I don't have anywhere else to turn.
I do know that they disappeared. However, I'm not really sure why. So, guess we start from there. Sorry, guys. In case it wasn't clear, I'll be out for a few days.
Old friends, huh? Gosh, these fellas must be pretty eccentric. Don't mean to be rude, but no one in their right mind would live out there. No, sir.
Who knows? I'm
I
sure
get
they've
it.
got their reasons.
Having this be so overcast and
Reasons,
gray, like
sure.
maybe it actually is like this in the location that they're at in Japan. I'm not 100% sure where they
3 more
are,
hours on the
but
road.
I mean, come on, like developers,
There's
you
that
know what you're
snow.
doing. But this like hazy
up, friend.
filter over everything. You're kind of doing this like you're doing this to give it that sort of just bleak, hazy, sort of almost like they're in purgatory sort of vibe. What the fuck are my dogs freaking out about? They're still freaking out.
I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about. We'll hang out here.
Appreciate it.
One thing, maybe try to make it quick. Sooner we get out of this cold, the better.
Sure.
Hey, Son-hee, you went through the effort of getting a scarf, but not pants. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're super hot. I love the leg. I love the heels. I love the look. You go, girl. But you showed us you put the effort in getting the scarf.
But it's still home.
Maybe tights or pants or something.
Maybe try knocking.
Just saying.
Little manners will go a long way, after all.
Yeah, there he is, baby.
Shit. You're getting old, Kiryu-chan.
Time will do that, Majima-san.
He didn't say it right. He didn't say it right.
Kiryu-san.
A lot's happened. Guess that goes for all of us, eh?
Yeah.
Well, grab a seat. Least we can do is pour you a drink. Haven't seen you since the dissolution.
It's been 4 years already. Last I'd heard, you had a security company out in Sotenbori.
Had. And hey, look where we are now.
Where's that game?
Kiryu-san? You doing okay these days? You don't look yourself.
Or is that all three of them? Okay, I thought it was like Majima had a security. I'm like, I'd play that game.
They gave me half a year.
You what?
Okay.
Even the dragon, huh? Guess no one's safe.
Guess not.
Well, if you're short on time...
My dogs stopped freaking out for a second, and now they're back to it. I don't know what is going on.
Majima-san, the man's dying for
Like, I'm afraid to...
It's all right, Daigo.
I'm afraid to pause and stand up and figure it out.
Better to enjoy things while I can.
Yeah, the man's dying for pity's sake.
Pushing along.
So
Well,
I
better not
yeah,
waste
so
your
I
time with
should
us.
stop drinking. It's not gonna. I mean, well, okay, I guess it could make him die faster, but still, come on.
What happened to you? How'd you all end up here?
Who cares about us? This is no place for someone in your condition. You need to be back in the city. I'll get you a car.
Daigo. Honestly, you'd think you'd learn by now. You think Kiryu-chan here's gonna listen to that?
It's been so long. I'd almost forgotten. Really, I suppose this is just like old times. So, you want to know what happened? Is that it? The world happened. That's what. We lost. Settle in, because this'll take a minute. Now, when we set up the company, we knew from day one there'd be risks involved. I mean, this happened right after we dissolved 2 major clans. How could there not be? We knew we'd get people's attention, especially since we were all former Yakuza.
Knowing you, I'll bet you tried to mitigate that.
Of course. Naturally, I tried to take every precaution possible beforehand. I used all our connections from both the Tojo clan and the Omi Alliance. Talked with the media and the higher-ups. Granted, those things don't come for free. Close to 70,000 lives were on the line, and the 5-year ex-Yakuza clause would have swallowed them whole if not for that. I did what I felt was necessary.
I'm not here to tell you whether you made the right choices. There's only one thing I want to know. Where did it go wrong?
Well, things were great at the beginning. Gradual as it was, we built a fairly large clientele. I mean, plenty of businesses need protection. We had the men for the job. When it came to reintegrating criminals back into society, it seemed like we were doing just about everything right. All that said, after the first year, we started seeing some issues.
Something with the employees come up?
Now, online accusations. A popular channel did a feature on our company. Thanks to that, all of our ex-Yakuza employees were exposed. They even aired out the backdoor deals I'd made with the government and media.
Hang on.
Did
This channel... it
do
wasn't-
we figure out who ran the Tatara channel yet? Have we seen that?
Who else?
I can't remember if that's coming
Anyone
up
that hit
or
Casa.
that was in like the last couple of videos. I'm
It wasn't
pretty sure
just
we
the
already know.
deals. It was
But I'll hold my but I'll speak a little cagedly if we haven't. I love that reveal. I thought that reveal was really cool.
And we ended up taking the heat.
Tell me if AJ your memory sucks, and we covered that. I'm like,
We still did what we did to get ahead.
In light of that, there wasn't much we could say in our defense. Before long, our customers started leaving one after another.
Government boys washed their hands of us too. Talk about heartless.
From there, all eyes were on us. The world was watching our every move. We were at a standstill, and the company's finances dwindled as a result. It was then word broke out among the employees. The Yakuza life was calling them back.
I mean, you got former Chairman Daigo up top, and we're right there with him. Ain't hard to see. If we wanted to start things up, we definitely had the means.
Among some employees, there were even talks that we were planning to revive the Tojo clan. All sorts of rumors made their way around. The company was in shambles, and in such short time. It's a miracle we didn't go sooner.
Thanks to the Tatara channel, society wanted nothing to do with us, and those inside started longing for the old days. For their sake, we figured we ought to shove off. They needed a fresh start, and we weren't helping their case.
I see. That explains why you're out here.
If we really wanted to see the Great Dissolution through, this was the best way. That's what we concluded, at least.
I think I get what happened. Do you know Ebina of the Seiryu clan? He took over the Great Dissolution once you left, at least on the surface.
Yes, I know the name. I've never met him, though. 2 years ago, we got a tip that he was out looking for us.
2 years ago? That was right around when Takabe got locked up.
That's right. Ebina replaced Takabe. That's more or less all he's known for. His name alone isn't enough to unite the Yakuza. Not on a grand scale, anyhow. He'd need a few poster boys, which is probably why he wanted us.
Little did he know, that ship had already sailed.
That was part of it. However, there was something else that bothered me.
The man was due for a background check, and what we found was odd, to say the least.
Ebina was raised by a single mother, but she died when he was in middle school. Afterward, his family name was changed. He became the Ebina we knew today. But the name he had before, it was Hikawa.
Hikawa?
Ebina's mother's name is Yuriko Hikawa. She's the Hikawa family patriarch's daughter.
Hikawa family? You mean Masumi Arakawa's old family? That Hikawa?
Correct. And did you know that Arakawa-san and this Yuriko Hikawa were once engaged?
Right. Patriarch pushed the proposal on him, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, but Arakawa-san already had a woman he loved. That was Akane-san. However, despite that fact, he couldn't just go against his own boss's wishes. And so he kept a relationship with Yuriko-san as well. Now, this brings up a good question. Just who is Ebina's father?
You don't mean...
This is all just speculation, of course. But Masumi Arakawa may in fact be Ebina's father. Ebina is around Kasuga's age, give or take. Even their birth dates are similar.
So Kasuga and Ebina... You're saying they could be half-brothers?
We told you it was odd, didn't we?
But if that's really the case, I can't imagine Arakawa would just abandon his own son.
Judging from when Ebina was born, Arakawa-san must not have known about Yuriko's pregnancy. And after the Hikawa family all but collapsed, Yuriko gave birth without a soul knowing. From her perspective, Arakawa not only killed her father, he also abandoned her son, leaving them completely completely alone. I can only imagine the anger and spite she must have felt. And what if that anger was passed down to Ebina?
Ebina does hold a lot of hatred for Arakawa.
Exactly. So it's hard to imagine that Ebina would take up Arakawa-san's legacy. The second great dissolution was all the man ever wanted.
So you guys kept your silence, and as a result, Sawashiro was chosen for the task instead.
Yes, I believe that's the case.
Yep, that about wraps it up. But hey, I'm sure you didn't come all this way for story time now, did ya?
That's right. Actually, I have a favor I want to ask you. I want you guys to help out Sawashiro. As it turns out, he's trying to fulfill Arakawa's wish too. Bringing about the second great dissolution. Ebina's watching him like a hawk, like he's the Seiryu clan's prisoner. If he just had your help, Sawashiro can step up and knock him off his throne. You all started it. The second great dissolution should be yours to finish.
I've said it already. There's nothing we can do.
Come on. You don't have to like any of it, but at least pay attention.
Kiryu, look, they're right. We got no business in the limelight anymore. I mean, sure, it's true we got the power to rally folks, and we can get them moving too. We join Sawashiro on stage, and we'll get the attention of every Yakuza in the country.
It's called charisma. Nobody's stupid enough to say that for themselves, but hell if it ain't true. How it goes. Slice it however you want. That's the Yakuza way. The dreams we ended up giving others, they're what keep them coming back. The Yakuza we knew was strong. That Yakuza had money. Those dreams ain't worth handing out right now.
So I just did a Google just to make sure that I was understanding what they were talking about here 100%. Yes, they were saying that Ebina is Arakawa's son.
The moment we learned something was off with Ebina's
And
history,
from what I just Googled, yes, that is true. He is his son. So essentially,
yes, there's a chance
they're
he's taking
fighting.
advantage of the second great dissolution for his own interest.
They're fighting
However, if he
Ichiban's
pulls it off, we're
half-brother, because they have different
If
moms.
anything, we should keep our distance.
So they're fighting his half-brother.
So this is how you're taking responsibility?
It is.
Ichiban isn't even involved
We'll
in this
act as
fight.
if we don't exist.
Again, I stand by it. This
we can do.
should not. This game should not have been
Appeal at one point.
Ichiban and
But
Kasuga.
if we're
They
dead
each should have had their own game, just,
Our names will
with
just
separate
carry
plots.
on into
Or
the future.
I don't hate what they did here.
Kiryu-san,
It's just as we're
aware
getting
of
to
what
the
they all
end,
say?
I'm just sitting here going,
All
I
those
feel like you
Yakuza.
lose something without like having like these
know how they
brothers
see.
collide at the end of the game because they never really interact.
They act
Other
like
than in
you're
the
some
beginning.
great
I mean, you know,
mythical hero.
Ichiban's whole thing is the
we
fight with
ended up just
Bryce,
like you.
and then
The illusion
the
of
very
the
end of the
Yakuza
game
life
is
strong
Kasuga,
forever.
who fights his
Live
half
your
brother.
own life.
And
Shintaro Kazuma was everything to you.
I get it; he has such a huge tie to the Japanese kind of Yakuza culture in this game, so it makes sense that he is the guy who deals with the Japan side, but then they shouldn't have had him dealing with, as I said,
sorry.
Ichiban's half brother, because that's a familial connection, and that's too much of an interesting thing that they could have done
I'll be
between
there
these
for
two characters,
Sawashiro as best
with
I can.
totally separate feelings on the Yakuza as a whole, who have their separate feelings on their father, who have separate feelings on etc. It would have been much more cool to see them actually collide, kind of like, as you see, my controller was just sitting there idle for so long, similar to the last game, where at the very end of the game, it was Ichiban versus the guy he thought was Arakawa's real son.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
It's just as I said.
Sorry, I kind of talked it over. Essentially, he's calling them
Stupid to think
pussies.
Coming up here would change anything. Go ahead and run. Just remember that for all your excuses, you still have a job to do.
What do you know? What could you possibly know about what we've been through? You have any idea what it's like?
No, I can't say I do.
Can we stop acting like Kiryu had such a wonderful thing? Like you've been gone all these years. Do you know what it's been like? He's been under the thumb of a secret government, like, cabal.
Boy, do I hate getting worked up over petty
You know,
shit
like,
like this.
one of his favorite things was he got to walk around and go get a drink after work
Better than sitting around
until
being pissed
agents
off.
caught up to him and then brought him back to the compound. Yeah, he can't see his beloved adoptive daughter and grandson. Yeah, he's dealing with some shit.
Ain't you guys supposed to be having a nice, friendly chat? Cause, this sure as hell don't look like one.
Sorry for the wait. I'll need just a little more time.
Quit acting so tough. We're not gonna leave our friend out to dry like that.
More importantly, if we stay out here any longer, we'll all freeze
They're called
to death.
pants, Sonhee.
So you've got 5 on your side.
Pants.
Suppose that's
I love you, but
I'll just
pants.
tag in, too.
Ooh, oh shit. How about this? Never thought we'd be going toe-to-toe with all 3 of you.
Yeah, sure. Like you got any business with us. Maybe stay in your fucking lane. Oh well. Guess I'll try and make this fun. One express trip to hell coming up!
Well, that's scary.
Okay, you know what? The music that, like, it seemed like it was going to be super somber, and then it just comes in with this bum bum bum, da 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 bum bum bum. You know, this track is really traditional JRPG. I kind of dig it.
Follow my lead.
Like, it's got more of a classic vibe than you'd kind of think it should. I dig it, man.
Nothing personal.
Give it all you've got.
No begging for mercy now.
Are you done with all the fun and games?
You know, I think I know this is wishful thinking because, you know, I never have a free moment in my schedule. I'm constantly trying to go back and play like old games that I have started because I have a really bad habit of just starting 90,000 projects and never finishing something. I'll admit it, I'm an asshole. But I would love to go back and play Yakuza's 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I think 6 is on whatever. That, you know, I have that box collection. So I'm actually really down for replaying the whole Yakuza franchise. I fucking love these games. But I still gotta go through and actually play like all the Assassins. Like at one point in time I said I'm gonna play the whole Assassin's Creed franchise on this. I'm like, yeah, that's great. And then the recent games are coming out and I just cannot finish one of the recent games. You know, Valhalla, Odyssey. I haven't even touched Shadows. I need to go back and play one of the good ones. Like, and this is gonna where people would tell me, AJ, really, you're gonna say this is one of the good ones? I liked Assassin's Creed 3. You know, because I think I've played 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. Oh wait, no, I haven't played Revelations, have I?
Double the trouble. Double the fun.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's right. I was putting off Revelations because I hate Revelations. Though maybe after playing the shitty new ones, maybe I'll have a new opinion of AC Revelations.
What the hell?
God damn it, that laugh. Yeah, how you like our groups, Machima? He's got a bigger sword. I keep forgetting I have her in that costume. Which, I'm not going to complain about. It's nice to look at.
Kiryu-san!
There was something I wanted to joke about, and I can't remember what it was.
Still, you wouldn't kick the net.
Just a like total left field segue. Oh, right, I remember. It was, you know, I gotta say, I know I was left out of the last big kind of like indie powerhouse of a game. That was Balatro. And when I say left out, I don't get people's love of it. I cannot understand why people love Balatro the way they did. It made no sense to me. People like it. Hey man, that's awesome. Doesn't mean I understand it, but you know, hey, like what you like. The point I'm trying to make here is I haven't played it yet, but I have fallen in love with the one of the new kind of like big indie games I've been seeing people talk about is Blueprints. I think it's on PS Plus right now. It's on Game Pass. It's everything I've seen of the game. It's a really cool kind of roguelike puzzle game. Really big suggestion if you haven't played it. It looks really cool. You know, the whole concept is you're trying to get your inheritance out of this old creepy mansion, but you have to, like, every day you have to re-enter the mansion and the layout's completely different. So you like draft rooms every time that you get like a choice of 1 of 3 rooms every time you walk in. So you have to kind of like create a new floor plan. And you have to kind of solve puzzles and figure out your steps and all this, that, the other thing. It's a really cool concept. The name essence of a big ass bird. Yeah, it's a cool concept for the game. Plus the idea of the game's called Blueprints, like blueprints, but pronounced spelled PRINCE. That's, oh god, I forgot about this. This move is so dumb. God, I'm trying to say, hey, isn't gaming interesting with all these other games? And then Yakuza comes up and says, hey, we have a homeless man writing an amalgamation of a whole bunch of pigeons. I'm like, yep, you're the best. You're the best. I mean, I can't say something else is the best when you have a homeless man writing on the back of a bunch of pigeons.
It's my turn.
On.
I'm not back again.
What's the holdup?
Here it comes.
Sorry to drag my feet. Ready for the knockout?
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Daigo. Here's a cake. Bang.
Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Oh, come on. Counting on you, Kiryu-san.
Bring it
Bring
on!
the noise!
Ready when you are.
Right, everyone, let's go!
That's better.
Back in the game.
You're gonna get
Right.
I gotcha.
I won't hold back.
God damn it, Kiryu does some damage.
I'm not back again.
Who wants to go?
Oh, this just pro wrestling like move there, man.
Hope you're ready.
Here's to our happy family. Follow my lead.
I love this move.
Time to shut it down. Feel the heat.
Majima's just sitting there going, shit.
Hold on a sec. Let's do
You're
it.
gonna get stomped.
No time to hold back.
Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Time to put you down.
I was so busy, like, caught up in the fight that I couldn't sit and, like, actually, like, look at all the, images in the background, because it's just, like, classic images from throughout the franchise between Daigo. There we go. Words are hard.
On.
No begging for mercy now. Have fun with this.
Are you done with all the fun and games
You're gonna get stomped.
Come on.
Try and stop.
Something wrong? I won't hold back.
Who wants to go? It's over. What do I do? Watch this. Don't mind me. Cheers! Cheers! Back to my old self. One for the road.
You're gonna be in a whirlwind.
Time to put you.
Hope you're ready.
Just gonna stand there?
Check this out.
Who wants to go?
Let's really shake things up.
Follow my lead. Want some?
On it.
I'm not that.
I think it's...
Down.
I think it's fitting that Saejima is the last one standing. Well, I don't know. Because I say that, like, you'd think, you know, like, he's just the biggest, burliest, you know, like, the tough guy. God damn, Majima's insane. So, I could see him, you know, also being, like, you know, also being the guy to, you know, the last one standing, you know, even though he should be unconscious. You know, we're going full anime boxing moment.
Learning more every day.
Sweet.
Hell yeah. Moving up in the world.
I don't know. Part of me feels like there should have been like a fight, like a true final throwdown brawl between Kasuga and.
Be straight with me.
I keep saying
What are you
Kasuga.
all so afraid of?
Their names are too similar.
Are you
It
scared
keeps
of
fucking me
screwing
up here.
people's lives?
Between Kiryu, because like I'm saying Kasuga, like I'm trying to say Kazuma, but I've probably done that
just
multiple
don't wanna
times this
fail
video, and
again.
I think anytime I've said Kasuga, I meant Kiryu. Sorry
Whatever
about
the
that.
reason,
Generally, when I'm talking about Ichiban, I say
never
Ichiban.
know if you don't try.
Essentially, I'm saying there should have been a final
You act like
knockdown
it's so
fight
simple.
between
Wait
Kiryu
till
and
try.
Majima.
What
I
happens if it all
I
goes
really
to
think
hell
they
in the
should have
end?
had like a final, like,
If
you know,
that
like
day
good
comes,
friend, you know, balls
keep
to the
on
wall.
pushing
We're
through.
ripping our shirts off, showing off our tattoos, and one of
Lungs
us
are
is going to
breathing.
be beaten near death
Keep moving.
kind of fight. Because that's just who they
Keep
are.
trying. And figure it out.
There you go again. Always the hero.
Say what you want. It's the only way I know. Besides, this is the last time. Anyway, I'm gone. You won't be hearing from me again.
Wait. Don't go. Kiryu-san, I get that you don't have a lot of time left. Still, it's not worth it. That's no reason for you to run off and get yourself killed.
You're wrong, Daigo.
What?
Honestly, it's a weight off my shoulders. My death's finally worth a damn.
Kiryu, what are you saying?
I'm the same as you guys. I've screwed up more lives than I can count at this point. Not to mention, I'm a Yakuza. I haven't exactly lived a life that I can be proud of. Yet even then, through it all, I'm somehow still here. So that's it. The Yakuza have made a huge mess for themselves. Once I grab hold, I am taking it with me.
You're talking out of your ass, Kiryu. That's no excuse to...
Wait till things settle down. Come then, Kasuga's gonna need your help. The Yakuza have one chance. Their future depends on him.
Don't you leave. Don't you dare leave! Kiryu-chan!
You know, it's funny. I came to ask you guys for help. But maybe all I wanted was one last fight.
Wait, Kiryu-san.
I love that. I fucking love that moment. You know, that just maybe I just wanted one last fight. You know, you wanted one last brawl with his buddies. Like, that's kind of like the knockout fight that I'm talking about. Like, I'd love to see him have with Majima.
Well,
But then
we're
Majima
back.
is just like moment of just
And
like
Daigo
telling him to get his
Dojima,
ass back
Taiga
here.
Saijima,
You know,
Oro.
just almost like he's so emotional. The voice actor
Just
from
get off
Majima
their
really
asses.
kills
We'd
it.
have wrapped things up by
When he's running up, screaming for him to
Probably right.
just come back,
Seems
come
they've
back,
made up
because
their
he knows
minds.
his essentially
It's not
his
like we can
best
force them
friend
to help out.
is going
there.
on a suicide mission, and not
think
like his
the Taro
past
channel
suicide
got
mission.
hold of
Like, this is kind of like you
Yeah.
know, it's.
Hey,
I mean, granted, I don't.
isn't that
Well,
Kiryu? Yeah,
Look,
look,
he-
it's gotta be him.
he's done it multiple
is.
times. Done
What's
multiple
going on?
crazy suicide runs. You know, that's what Kiryu has done. But okay, come on. This time he's doing it with cancer, or he's doing it with
The Yakuza
whatever.
just keep coming
But
back.
eh,
I don't care if I get locked up.
it
It's
worked. It
never
works in the
gonna
moment.
hurt
It was
us
a
again.
really good scene. I love that scene.
Guys on. Let's lose him and get back to Kasuga's place.
Get back here, damn it!
about. This just... I don't know. It just feels like useless running.
Hey, I'm in good shape.
How did Kiryu, or how did the rest of Kiryu's gang like not see this person going? Oh, sorry, you can't see me. You know, just holding his phone up to his face and recording this.
Here, everyone knows this face, right? That's right. Photographed in Hawaii just the other day.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. When he first appeared, when he saved Ichiban from that
that means Kazuma Kiryu's come home.
when he saved Ichiban from the cops, I honestly didn't recognize that as Kiryu. Just the hair threw me, man.
This is the head of one of the biggest Yakuza groups of all time, the Tojo Clan's 6th chairman, Daigo Dojima. And that's not all. With him are Tojo Clan officers Goro Majima and Taiga Saijima. These are all major players, Yakuza all-stars if you will. How about our longtime viewers? I'm sure they recognize these guys, right? Yep, these are the guys who ran that security company from Sotenbori, the same one yours truly covered a while back. A wicked security firm.
Seriously,
former Yakuza members.
I want that game.
Shortly after we featured them on our channel. At first, we thought they had well disappeared, but it seems they've simply been hiding out. Now, what's this mean for Kazuma Kiryu? Why would he visit them now of all times? To find out, we've invited the man who risked his very life to bring us this footage.
Yes. Hello there.
Now, right away, if you don't mind telling us, sir, just how did you end up with this video?
Well, I'm a truck driver, you see, and yesterday I picked up this hitchhiker. I didn't know the guy was Kazuma Kiryu at the time. That said, I do have an eye for seeing through people. I figured he was way too fishy, so after I dropped him off, I decided to follow him.
And that's when you filmed this, after you chased him down, right? So, what were Kazuma Kiryu and his Tojo Clan cohorts discussing in their little shack? Did you hear what they said?
From what I could hear, at least, it was stuff like going back to the Yakuza and reviving the Tojo Clan.
Going back to the Yakuza? Did you hear that, folks? And coming from Kazuma Kiryu and the like, does this mean everything we feared is coming true? The Yakuza really are planning their return. What does that spell for the rest of us?
When did this video go up?
Earlier this morning. It immediately went to #1 in trending, and it's even being reported on TV.
That wasn't Chitose, was it?
Nope. From what Kasuga told me, Chichan completely cut ties with Eiji after all that.
Okay, yes, we did reveal who Tatara was.
Actually, some of
does
the more
anyone else
passionate
find it
fans have
odd that
noticed,
like
only
through
a
these
small
games, like
percentage.
we're always like we're fighting for like
channel's grown,
the
and now
survival
even the
of a
numbers alone are
criminal
drawing
gang?
more viewers.
Like, does that feel weird to anyone else? Like when you think about it.
It doesn't matter.
Like in this moment, it's like we're fighting for like the honor of a criminal gang.
People will always.
I mean, yeah,
choose the
against
flashy
assholes,
lie
but
over the duller truth. Of course.
I mean, they're also criminals, I guess. I don't know.
And that's how to take the
It always kind of makes me go,
We need Daigo and the others' help. And that won't come easy.
Hey, hold on a second. Check the video. There's more to it. They say something kind of odd right here.
Well now, if that's not a shock, I don't know what is. As always, folks, I'll be sure to keep you posted as soon as I hear more. On that note, our next video is a special treat. That's right, tonight I'm going live! We had some guests recently, Ebina-san and Sawashiro-san from the Seiryu clan. Remember them? Well, as it turns out, they just offered to make an important announcement right here on my channel! I'll be visiting the Seiryu clan offices in Tokyo up close and personal, so don't miss out!
Maybe none. So
who's gonna guess
And
what
it's
dumb
tonight.
thing we're about
Don't
to
have much
do
time.
in the next video?
Plus, if it's a live stream, that means they'll actually be there.
Not only that, but Eiji should be there too.
The Seiryu clan's Tokyo office. That's the old Tojo clan headquarters. We'd better head over there.
Alright, my dudes, this is where we're going to call it quits for today. Thanks so much for watching. As always, social media in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. I will see you all in the next one. But until then, I'm out.